सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Chapter 13, verse number 8. अमानित्वमदम्भित्वम् अहिंसा क्षान्तिरार्जवम् आचार्योपासनं शौचम् स्थैर्यमात्मविनिग्रहः। Lord Krishna dealing with the topic of Jnanam. This Jnanam can be translated as values. Values are direct the person towards self-knowledge. Values direct the person towards self-knowledge. 20 values Lord Krishna enumerating here. In the last class we saw up to Shanti Arjavam Acharya Upasanam. Amanitvam, number 1, humility. Adambhitvam, simplicity. Ahimsa, non-violence. Shantihi, forbearance. Shantihi or Shama. Arjavam, uprightness or straightforwardness. Acharya Upasanam means service to the teacher, one's own teacher. Shantihi means patience. One has to develop that Shanti. It is a toughest task. A person has to follow non-violence. He has to develop tremendous Shanti. Parents also have to educate their children from childhood. That patience, porumai. It's good for one's own health and good for one's own family members and good for the society also. Therefore, Shanti is the one of the most important qualification to a Vedantic seeker. What you cannot cure, we have to endure under some choiceless situations. Instead of grumbling, instead of getting frustration, better we have to develop healthy patience. Patience in the name of self-pity is not good. Some people develop patience and they develop inside self-pity, are blaming the Lord, or frustration, or grumbling inside. in the name of patience. So that person cannot draw his or her own resources, what are all that person is having. He cannot tap his resources. If a person is forcibly developing that patience also should come out of viveka, out of discrimination. It should come, not out of frustration, not out of disgust. This patience should come in a positive way. Every value, when I am following, it has to come in a constructive way, in a positive way. Then only I can tap my all resources. This value I am following, I have to develop my own strength. Even I need not feel so great that I am following the value. This is another problem. Generally people violate the values. By mistake, anybody following the values, and they always feel inside, I am following this value, I am strict to this discipline, I am from the beginning like that I am. Go on telling to others. This is also not good. I have to follow, not to tell others. This value is my life principle. I need not tell others also. I am a straightforward person. Why you have to say? Person means he has to be straightforward. Every human being must be straightforward. You know that I am very straightforward person. This means what? Showing that I am following the value that everyone should know. That is not the right way of application of values. Such a person is a hypocritic. He cannot follow long time under any circumstances. I have to take up that value. It is my way of life. Not to protect somebody, not to save somebody, not to save some society or family members, I am following value. This is for my life's sake only I am following the value. This concept is very, very healthy concept. Therefore, any 20 values, any 1 or 2 values even we are following, we should not even know that we are following. We should not know that even that we are following. That means they have to become very spontaneous and natural into my life routine. That much they have to become spontaneous. And if people do not know that you are specifically showing that values, even anyone come and say, don't say like that. That is natural, spontaneous. I have to be like that only. It is not an extraordinary qualification. Like that we should feel. To that extent we feel the values are very natural. I don't feel any difficulty when I am implementing or following that value. They have to be very, very natural. Then it is very, very comfortable also for us to live a value-based life. Very natural. What is a big deal in that? No, that is that Shantihi. So inner strength is required. The patience means what? Inner strength is required to suffer. You have to suffer when you are following certain values. physically, mentally also there is some slight suffering involved. But I am ready to face that suffering also. You look into our Puranas, every person, without exception, all of them were suffered a lot to follow one value. One value. Therefore, I am ready even to suffer, but I will not violate the value. This is called Kshanti, patience. Ahimsa will lead to Shanti. Shanti is there, I can easily follow Ahimsa. To follow Ahimsa, you require tremendous Shanti. If you follow Ahimsa, to follow Ahimsa, you require Kshanti. If you have Kshanti, you can follow Ahimsa. Both are mutually complementary. Next one, Arjavam. I didn't explain elaborately in the last class. So, Arjava means uprightness or straightforwardness. Harmony at different layers of our personality. Arjavam. What are those different layers of personality to develop? First step of Arjavam is punctuality. Punctuality is an indication for Arjavam, straightforwardness. Punctuality. Second indication is fulfilling my promise is called as Arjavam. Fulfilling my promise. Vakya paripalanam anartham. Vakya paripalanam. Not cancelling my own statements. We say and we cancel our own statements, words. Under any circumstances, I will not cancel my words. Therefore, before using your words, be careful. Because I don't have choice of cancelling. I will not do this, I don't do this. And once I decide at the thought level itself, that is, Vang me manasi pratisthita, mano me vache pratishtitam. Vang me manasi pratisthita. That means my words are just coming, before they are coming, they are all at the thought level. What are all at the thought level are there, only come at the verbal level. So I have to monitor. Vang me manasi pratishtita. Mano me vachi pratishtitam. So my thoughts and words are having alignment. No split personality. That is called Vakya Paripalanam. Third indication of Arjavam is speaking truth. Satyam. Satyam or speaking truth. This is another subdivision of Arjavam. Satyam and Arjavam are not different but synonyms. So therefore, disintegration and destruction are synonyms. Integration and harmony or straightforwardness are synonyms. Integration, harmony is nothing but Arjavam. So Manasyekam, I said in the last class. Manasu, Buddhi, Manasa, Vacha, Karmana, alignment, integration. So to violate my words or my actions, I have to feel strain. There is a pain inside. I feel so sensitive to cancel my words or my statements, whatever I speak, whatever I talk and do, all this must have some coordination. Otherwise there is a strain in my personality. That stress, strain have to be avoided. That's why they say Ravana, the 10 heads representation, no? The 10 heads indicate what? The imbalance. Imbalance, there is no uprightness in artha. Center our head, this side 5, this side 4. One side 5, one side 4, eppadi irukum? Imbalance. Straightforwardness won't be there. That's a split personality. Stands for split personality. Disharmony, conflict mind and artham. The arjavam, uprightness is not there. There is a conflict in oneself. That conflict only is the cause for psychosomatic ailments. That's why culturing the thoughts is very, very important. Healthy thoughts, positive thoughts, constructive thoughts, one has to maintain. This is called Arjavam. Then Acharya Upasanam. Number 6. Acharya means the teacher, one's own guru. Especially Vedantic teacher we are talking here. Every year we celebrate what? Guru Purnima, Vyasa Purnima or Guru Purnima we celebrate. So we do Namaskara, we show our reverence to the teacher. Even though I show reverence to my teacher who is in this human form, this Namaskara is going to whole Guru Parampara. That we should know. But generally we forget that. When we do Namaskara to our own Guru, this one Namaskara going to hundreds of teachers. The whole Parampara it goes. Adi marakkakoodadu. Why? Up to Lord it goes. Sadasiva Samarambham. Goes up to the Lord. Another sloka. What is the benefit of this bhakti, Guru Bhakti? That sloka says, Yasya deve para bhaktihi yatha deve tatha gurau tasyaite kadhita hyarthaha prakashyante mahatmanaha. Yasya deve para bhaktihi, whose devotion upon the Lord, Yasya bhaktihi para bhaktihi devena, on the Lord. Yasya deve para bhakti yatha deve tadha gurau. Ishvara bhakti appadiyo, equal I show my reverence bhakti to my Guru also. Ishvaro Gururatmeti. My Guru is a visible God for me. Whoever have that attitude, the devotion on the Lord, the devotion on my teacher are same. There is no difference. Such a person, tasya ete arthaha prakashyante. Khaditaha arthaha. To such a student, whatever the teaching the teacher gives, statements, shastric statements, kadhitaha arthaha prakashyante, they all reveal their true nature to that person. They all reveal their true nature, true meaning to that person. Then Shastra unfolds for that person because of his true devotion. Because his devotion is equal to that Ishvara's devotion, how much he is showing, same he is showing or she is showing to that Guru. Even toughest portion of Shastra also, easily this person understands. Andalok Bhakti Guru Mele. Because of that, Shastra looks so simple. This sloka comes in one of the Upanishad. Yasya deve para bhaktihi yatha deve tatha gurau. First Ishwar Bhakti irkano. Ade illenda Guru Bhakti enna varum. Ishwara Bhakti, then Guru Bhakti. Tasyaite khaditah yarthaha prakashyante mahatmanaha. That's why even I am not so highly intelligent, I need not bother. My Guru will take care of. Guru will take care of. And the Vinayam and the Shraddha and the Bhakti, the Guruve Sarvam. The student ke all Vedic statements, Shastra, Mahavakyas are very, very clear. There is another shloka also. I don't want to say shloka. A student, Guru, whatever Guru wants, he understands and does. That much respond towards the Guru's necessities. And Guru, what are requirements Guru want, he recognizes. And immediate response. That much bhakti. Therefore, we have to ask that Ishvara also, hey Bhagavan, give me tremendous devotion on my Guru's feet. Let me have that tremendous devotion on my Guru's feet, because why I have to develop this reverence to my Guru, towards my Guru? Two reasons mainly for Vedantic student. Music teacher also a teacher. Dance teacher is also a teacher. Everyone is a teacher, we have to show reverence. But in our culture, especially for who is giving self-knowledge, that teacher must be revered and worshipped like God. Because two reasons. I have to worship my teacher because that teacher who is giving self-knowledge, which is the toughest knowledge in the world. Why I have to see, why I have to do upasana of my acharya to my acharya, I have to do upasanam, service to my teacher, because my teacher is giving self-knowledge, which is the toughest task, which is the rarest knowledge this teacher is giving. Therefore, I have to worship my Guru as Ishvara. First reason. Second reason, my Guru is equal to sixth Pramanam. Sixth Pramanam is called Shabda Pramanam, Shastra. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana. Pramanams are there six. Six Pramanams, Shabda Shastra Pramanam is one Pramanam. That Shastra Pramanam, who is unfolding? Guru. Vedantic Guru. Shastra Guru. So that Shabda Pramanam and Guru are not different. This Guru is not teaching chemistry, physics and all. This Guru is teaching that Shabda Pramanam, which is not available for other Pramanams. This Atma Jnanam is not available to other Pramanams. My Guru is giving this self-knowledge which is not available to other Pramanams, only it is available to Shabda Pramanam. This Shabda I cannot understand myself. Shastra I cannot understand myself. These words has to be unfolded by the teacher, a Shastrik Guru, scriptural Guru. Therefore, Shabda Pramanam and my Guru are not different. Because my Guru is unfolding the Shabdam, Shastra Pramanam. Therefore, I have Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Shraddha. He is called Acharya Upasanam. அந்த அளவுக்கு பக்தி இருந்தாதான் இந்த வேதாந்தமே புரியும். Then only it comes, benefit will come. Clear? So, Shabda Pramanam, my Guru are one and the same. What is Shabda Pramanam? Veda. Veda and my Guru are non-different. And the Guru ki Veda ki kudukara or pedestal and the respect, reverence we are giving to the Guru. Because you and I read ourselves, we cannot understand any Upanishad. Even Bhagavad Gita, nasato vidyate bhavaha nabhavo vidyate satahana. Even Granthi slokas we cannot understand. So the Guru is required. Shastra Darpanam to hold, Guru is required. So therefore, I respect my Guru. Therefore, every year we celebrate that Vyasa Purnima, Guru Purnima. That's called Acharya Upasanam. Arjuna, a Vedantic student, should serve the teacher. Before that knowledge, Jnana Sampadanartham, first we have to serve the Guru. That is, we have to serve the Guru and show devotion until we get Jnanam. After knowledge, Jnana vandadukappuram, reverence vendamanna. You have to continue lifelong. Ajanmantram trayam sevyam. Guru Vedanta Ishwaraha. Lifelong I have to serve my Guru. The Bhagavad Gita 18 chapters over. Upanishads 10 Upanishads over. Now goodbye teacher and chollakudan. Wherever you are, you have to meet that Guru and you have to give Guru Dakshina lifelong. Idenna Mumbai. You have to go. That parampara still we are maintaining at Vijayadashami day. Saraswati Puja we do. And Vijayadashami day still we are following that culture. Ajanmantram trayam sevyam. Guruhu Ishwaraha Veda Shastram. This is called Acharya Upasanam. Next one. See, once you, the content and container. Container is also valued because of content. Is it not? The dabba you carry, or money box, cash box. Cash box is container. Box is container. You value the box because of what? Content. What is the content? Money. Your money purse is the container. In that money is there. Why you value the purse? Because of money. The container also get respect because of the content. Like that, my Guru, even though he is or she is appearing in the human form, container, what is the content Guru has got? Upanishad Jnanam, Shastra Jnanam, Veda Vijnanam. Guru is having the content is so valuable. How much valuable? Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Engiyume kadikkaadhu. And the porul avarkitta irukku. Therefore, Guru is the container, Jnanam is the content, Shastra Jnanam. Therefore, I respect my Guru. If I am really a seeker of moksha, the Guru Bhakti has to increase day by day, day by day, day by day. The more I understand Shastra, one side, the more reverence is increasing on my Guru. Aho Shastram, Aho Shastram, Aho Guru, Aho Guru. How my Guru is communicating this teaching, how he is able to communicate, how beautiful, wonderful. Aho Shastram, Aho Guru. Dhanyosmi, Dhanyosmi. And இப்படி சொல்ல எப்போ நமக்கு சாஸ்திரம் புரிஞ்ச ஒழுங்க படிச்சா புரியும், புரிஞ்ச ஆனந்தம் வரும், ஆனந்தம் வந்தா ரெஸ்பெக்ட் வரும். எல்லாம் இன்டர் கனெக்டட். So it depends on our intense desire for Shastra. Intense desire for moksha, for that on Shastra, for that on Guru. எல்லாம் interconnected. அது இல்லாமல் இது வராது, இது இல்லாமல் அது வராது. எல்லாமே சாஸ்திரா, குரு அண்ட் தீவிர முமுக்ஷுத்வம் go together. Next one, Shaucham. Indriya Mana Shaucham. Cleanliness at sense organs and mind level. Cleanliness or orderliness. Cleanliness opposite is impurity. Impurity. So all opposites are impurities. All opposites. What are they? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Raga, Dvesha. All are impurities. So these impurities take place at that mind level, sense organs level also. So what are all levels these impurities take place? How to correct them? At surroundings, first we have to keep clean. Where we are abiding or residing, surroundings clean. Cleanliness and orderliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. The more you keep things very less and lesser and lesser, so that you can maintain cleanliness. The more you accumulate, cleanliness is not at all possible. That's why you see a house that which has got, people are having very, very few things. They maintain the cleanliness easily. You have dumping so many things everywhere, it is very difficult to a person to keep cleanliness. Cleanliness you cannot maintain at all. Therefore, orderliness, cleanliness have to go together. Surroundings first you have to keep clean. Then next, cleanliness at a body level. Keep body clean. Compulsory, must 2 times bath. Physical cleanliness. Asanas, Ashtanga Yoga Abhyasa help us to keep the body clean. The body cleanliness. Sharira Shuddhihi. Sharira Madhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. In the all 4 Purusharthas to accomplish, body is a means. Atmanam Rathinam Vidhi Shariram Rathamevatu. கார் இருந்தா ஏதாவது இருந்தா சர்வீஸ் கொடுப்போம், சர்வீஸ்க்கு. இந்த பாடிக்கு சர்வீஸ் கொடுக்கணும் இல்லையோ? வேர் வி ஆர் கிவிங் வேதாந்தா கிளாஸ் தான் சர்வீஸ். Servicing the body mind complex is Vedanta class. You get good health and mental strength, lot of peace, tranquility comes once you come to the Vedanta class. We should not miss the class. And I will tell you, you become more younger and younger day by day if you regularly come to the class. If you don't come to the class, we become old sooner or later. We will become older and older. If you study Vedanta, mental strength comes more and more. You will become younger and younger and younger. என்ன ஜோக்க சொல்லல, என்ன பப்ளிசிட்டிக்கு சொல்றான்னு நினைச்சுக்காதுங்க. தி எக்ஸாக்ட் ஃபேக்ட் திஸ் இஸ். ஏன்னா பிரசாந்தமா இருக்கும், நல்ல வார்த்தை கேட்கும் போது பிளட் பிரஷர் வராது, பால்பிட்டேஷன் வராது, தொந்தரவு இருக்காது, மனசு நிம்மதியா இருக்கும். இப்படி என்ன ஹெல்த் வராமல் என்ன வரும்? ஹெல்த் இருந்தா you are looking, so now also you are looking young. Okay. Sharira shuddhi, indriya manas shuddhi, then vak shuddhi. Our speech also must be very clean speech. Unwanted words, abusing words, useless words, not to be used. Unnecessary talking is also comes under himsa. Talking loudly, unnecessarily, with louder volume, no, it's not at all good. First we have to talk with clean words, pure and clean words. Vak shuddhi. Vak bhushanam bhushanam. Real bhushanam is, if your words are pure, that is called real bhushanam, ornament to your tongue. Control the tongue. Vak shuddhi. For vak shuddhi, they learn Vyakaranam and all, Sanskrit. Sanskrit shlokas, I chant here from 6 o'clock to 6:20, 6:30, Sanskrit shlokas. The students are not able to come. Swami ஏதோ டைம் பாஸ்க்கு படிக்கிறாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். The vak shuddhi வேணும்னா இந்த Sanskrit shlokas we had to pronounce, utter. And the vak shuddhi will come. And good health also will come. If you chant shlokas, it is very soothing to the whole body. It's musical. It's very good. Then buddhi shuddhi. Vak shuddhi, buddhi, at all levels in general, different layers. Intellectual level also cleanliness. Doubting nature is the impurity of the intellect, mind. Doubting nature is the impurity of the mind. That doubting nature we have to come out. At intellectual level, illogical thinking, wrong thinking, misconceptions also come under illogically thinking, illogical, doubting, illogical thinking, wrong thinking, misconceptions. These are all impurities at intellect level. Any level of the impurity at any level makes the person sick. Just as if you don't have hygiene at a body level, body will become sick. If I don't have that hygiene at thought level, person will become sick. If I don't have that intellectual level purity, logical thinking, right thinking, positive thinking, right concepts, love, affection, all these are not there, the person will become sick. So that healthy intellect, healthy mind, healthy thoughts, healthy sense organs, healthy body, healthy prana, physiological level, physical level, emotional level, all levels I have to maintain that purity. That purity comes on by religious disciplines, and finally it comes through Vedanta. Final purity comes through Vedanta only. Then only you can come to know Suddha Atma. இப்படி இந்த லெவல்ல சுத்தமா இருந்த பழகணும் நல்ல. அந்த சுத்தம் lead to pure Shuddha Atma Jnanam. That's why a person who is not having purity at all these levels cannot attain that Jnanam, Atma Jnanam, which is ever pure. Ever pure Atma is not available for this impure person. Therefore Krishna Paramatma says Shaucham. Next one, even Tarka, Mimamsa, all these Very, very important to remove the wrong thinking. Logic, analysis, all these are meant for what? All are meant to remove the wrong thinking. Sarpadhyasa. Sarpadhyasa irukillo. Nariya adhyasa irukka. Anatma adhyasa irukillo. Jnanadhyasa, arthadhyasa ni rendu adhyasa. All wrong thinking only. Ajnanam ennade enna? Impurity. Malam. பெரிய மலை எதுடான்னா அஜ்ஞானம். இந்த அஜ்ஞானம் போகலன்னா இம்பியூரிட்டி இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். ஆத்ம ஜானம் வர வரைக்கும் நமக்கு இம்பியூரிட்டி இருந்தே இருக்கும். So therefore we have to come out of atma ajnana finally, which is the main impurity. And the main impurity போகணும்னா வேதாந்தா. Shastra study only remove that main impurity, atma ajnanam. Enna ajnanamlo, ignorance lo, you see the things differently. You understand things differently, wrongly. That leads to lot of disturbance in your personality. Next one, sthiryam. Number 8, sthiryam. 7th one is shaucham. 8th one is, you know what we are seeing, 20-point program. 20 points, how many points over? 7 points over. Now 8th point is sthiryam. Steadfastness. Sthiratvam. Sthirasthya bhavaha sthiryam. ஸ்டெடினஸ், கமிட்மெண்ட், ஸ்திரமா இருக்கணும். இது பண்ணணும்னா பண்றேன், அவ்வளவுதான். நோ வேவரிங், நோ வேக்னஸ், ஸ்டெடினஸ், ஃபோம்னஸ். அந்த ஃபோம்னஸ் இல்லைன்னா we cannot get knowledge. People never start anything out of fear. Because lack of sthira bhavana, they will never start anything. One person said, I never face any failure in my life. People all thought, oh, so great person, he never faced any failure in his life. What is the secret? I have never started anything. Start பண்ணாதானே failure வரதுக்கு. ஸ்டார்ட்டே பண்ணல, ஃபெயிலியர் என்ன ப்ராப்ளமே கிடையாது. அது மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடாது, ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணணும். அதுக்குதான் ஒரு ஸ்லோகம் சொல்லுவா, பிராரப்யத்தேன கலு பயேன நீச்சைஹி என்னார். நீச்சைஹி என்ன, திஸ் மந்தாஸ், inferior category people, prarabhyatena khalu vigna bhayena, out of fear of obstacles, obstructions. They have fear of obstacles, obstructions. Therefore prarabhyatena, never start anything. Prarabhyatena khalu vigna bhayena nichaihi. Nichaihi enna artham, very very inferior category en artham. Some people they start prarabhya vigna vihata viramanti madhyaha. Mediocre category people, madhyaha, prarabhya vigna vihataha viramanti. They withdraw from their undertakings. Whatever they have undertaken, they drop in the middle itself. Why enna? Prarabhya vigna vihataha. They are very much disturbed by the obstacles, obstructions, and they stop in the middle. And they go on telling to others also, ennamo my life lo whatever I start everything in the middle. They say this also to others. Perusu sollupa, I never complete anything in my life. Adu ennamo my thala elutilla bayam. Prarabhya vigna vihataha viramanti madhyaha. Then what about uttama category, best category? Vignaihi muhurmuhur hapi pratihanyamanaha. Vignaihi muhurmuhu. Again and again, even though obstacles are coming, Vignaihi muhurmuhu pratihanyamanaha. They are obstructed by, they are attacked by lot of obstacles when they are doing something. Pratihanyamanaha prarabhya uttama janaha na parityajanti. Uttama janaha, the people who are all having the good, what you call sthairya bhavam, uttama janaha na viramanti, na parityajanti. They will never give up. Prarabhya uttama janaha na parityajanti. Bhartrihari says in Niti Shatakam. So therefore, what janaha we are, uttama janaha, madhyamaha, nichayana. Vedantic students are always uttama. That's why they give one nice story. And that one sparrow kept some eggs at the seashore. Before that small chick comes out, that egg should not be eaten by anything. That's why it kept in the sand, under the sand. And this ocean, the waves came and took the whole lot of sand into the ocean. Along with the sand, these eggs also gone inside. And this bird is so angry on the ocean. This bird want to get that eggs back. What it does now? It took that blade of grass, dipping in the water, ocean every time and putting outside. Again dipping, take one drop of water, putting outside. Taking water, putting outside. Then Narada came and saw. Then asked this bird, what you are doing? This is what happened to my eggs. I want to get back my eggs. What you are thinking? Can you make this ocean empty? Yes, I can do now. Then Narada was stunned. What is sthairya bhavam, sthira bhavam this bird has got? Then Bhagavan, out of Karuna, he sent this Garuda. Narada went and told Vishnu, you see that small bird, so much it is struggling to dry up the ocean to get that eggs back. Help that bird. Bhagavan Vishnu sent that Garuda. Hey Garuda, you go and make that water just dry up. Make the ocean empty. That Garuda came and just two wings which whole water evaporated. Then that bird has got that eggs back. That's why your prayatnam is there. Ishvara Kripa also comes. Nama or adi echa Bhagavan 9 steps he will come. Nama or adiye vekkala Bhagavan 9 steps enge vepparu. That's why they show in Puranas through the stories like Samudra Mathanam, Bhagiratha Prayatnam. For our children, we have to teach these stories to come up in their life, to develop that willpower. Samudra Mathanam, poison came. They continued that. Bhagiratha, how many times? How much did tapas he did? Just thairyam irukana. Adhe madri Atma Jnanam, when you want to get, you require tremendous thairyam. Lot of tests, physical, mentally, financially, from family, from profession, so many ways obstacles will come, may come. So we have to be committed to Shastra. I never go astray from my Shastra study. That resolve we have to take place. We have to take in our mind. Otherwise, nama sankalpam ella. Within few கஸ்டம்ஸ் அந்த கஸ்டம்ஸ் இல்லை, இந்த கஸ்டம்ஸ் நமக்கு வர கஸ்டம்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஜஸ்ட் அவர் சங்கல்பாஸ் எல்லாம் ஜஸ்ட் ட்ரை அப். அப்படி இருக்கக்கூடாது. லார்ட் கிருஷ்ணா சேஸ் தைரியம் இஸ் த ஒன் ஆஃப் த ப்ரீரிக்விசைட் ஃபார் ஆத்ம ஞானம். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் ஆத்ம வினிகிரஹா. ஸ்தைரியம். ninth one is Atma Vinigraha in 8th shloka, last one. Atma means not Sachidananda Atma here. Atma means one's own body mind complex. Control on one's own body mind complex. Sthula Sukshma Sharira, self mastery in artham. Healthy body, healthy mind. Mastery on one's own body, on one's own sense organs, on one's own mind. Vinigraha means control. Sthula Sukshma Sharira Nigraha. Care of Ashtanga Yoga. Follow Ashtanga Yoga. Ellathukku Ashtanga Yoga da. Ashtanga Yoga irundha Vedanta is very 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 easy. Therefore, I teach yoga and bring them to Vedanta. I bring people to Vedanta and take to yoga. இந்த ரெண்டுமே ஒன்னும் அது இருந்தா இது இருக்கணும், இது இருந்தா அது இருக்கணும்னா அப்படி interdependent. So asanas, various asanas to get mastery over one's own body. Pranayama to get mastery on one's own physiological system. Then pratyahara to get mastery over sense organs. Dharana dhyana samadhi to develop attention span, to get absorption capacity. Like sponge மாதிரி இருக்கணும் நம்ம இன்டெலெக்ட். மனசு எப்படி இருக்கணும்? ஸ்பாஞ்ச். You know sponge? If you put sponge, it absorbs whole thing. அப்படி குரு கிட்ட இருக்கிற நாலேஜ் எல்லாம் ஸ்பாஞ்ச் மாதிரி அப்சார்ப் பண்ணிக்கணும். நம்ம குரு சொல்லணும், என்கிட்ட ஒன்னும் இல்லை இப்ப சொல்றதுக்கு, எல்லாம் முடிச்சாச்சு, யூ ஹாவ் அப்சார்ப்ட் எவ்ரிதிங் ன்னு சொல்லணும். நம்ம அப்சார்ப் பண்ணாதான் சொல்ல முடியும் குருவுக்கு. ஒரு நாளுக்கு அந்த குரு அப்படி சொல்லணும், யூ ஹாவ் அப்சார்ப்ட் எவ்ரிதிங் வாட் எவர் ஐ ஹாவ் தட் நாலேஜ். அப்படி ஸ்பாஞ்ச் மாதிரி இருக்கணும். கல்லு மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடாது, கல்லு மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடாது, ஸ்பாஞ்ச் மாதிரி இருக்கணும். That means I must die to the world. நான் என்னமோ என்னோட சாதனை என்னமோ அவ்வளவுதான். Even people may think you are selfish, you are not coming here and there, you are not taking care of me. Don't bother. Profession, possession, family, body, mind, everything anatma. What do you want? I want atma, 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 atma. அதான் பைத்தியம் ஆகணும், பைத்தியம் வரணும். என்னமோ பைத்தியம் எல்லாம் வருது மக்களுக்கு எல்லாம். ஆத்ம பைத்தியம் வந்தா ரொம்ப நல்லது இல்லையா? ஆத்ம வினிகிரகம் இருந்தா ஆத்ம ஞானம் வரும். ஒன்ஸ் ஓன் பாடி மைண்ட் காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ்ல மாஸ்டரி என்னார். அதுதான் யோகம். என்ன அஷ்டாங்க யோகம்? என்ன mastery on one's own body mind complex. Next one, next shloka we will read. So Ashtanga Yoga is a preparation for Vedanta study. And எழுதுக்கும் இல்ல, Ashtanga Yoga is a preparation for Vedanta study, not for anything else, not keep fit, not good health. அதெல்லாம் அப்புறம். Next 9th shloka. Indriyartheshu vairagyam anahankara evacha janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanudarshanam. Very important value is indriyartheshu vairagyam. Vairagyam means detachment, dispassion. Raga, free mind. Dvesha, free mind. Indriyartheshu, I have to develop detachment towards those objects. Indriya artheshu, Indriyas corresponding sense organs have got corresponding objects. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Okay? And the kind of forms are there, sounds are there, smell, so many objects are there. Indriya artheshu. When the sense organs contact with the sense objects, if I develop attachment towards them, I am away from Atma, I am closer to Anatma. The more attachment towards sense objects, the more Anatma Abhimanam. The more Anatma Abhimanam, I am more and more away from the Atma. So I want to go closer to Atma means what? Dissociate with Anatma. Develop detachment. Vairagyam. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampattila, one of the qualification. Viveka Vairagyam. The Vairagyam irukkanam. Adu illenna gnanam varadu. Indriya artheshu. So, we have to develop. That means ready to lose anything in the world. Because other than Atma, everything is losable. Losable, why I have to worry about them? One day or other, everything will disappear. Therefore, better, before Bhagavan is pulling from you, you drop it. I don't want, enough. And cholanu. Attract towards Atma. Then 11th one, Anahankaraha. Ahankara means narrow-mindedness, self-centeredness. Ahankara. Anahankara means self-centered free mind. Narrow mind illamal irukkiradhe. Free from narrow-mindedness, constriction, confinement. Anahankara means having that broad-mindedness. That is called anahankaraha. Ego-free mind and artham. That mind has got, which is having vinayam. Number 12, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. One whole line is one qualification. Virtues, value. Dosha Darshana means seeing the dosha, demerits. Dosha means demerits. Darshana means looking into. Ante that means understanding the demerits of this body-mind complex which has got Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Janma means birth. 6 vikaras there, Shad vikaras. Jayate, Vardhate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Vinashyate. Samyogaha, Viprayogantaha, Maranam, bound to come. Death is inevitable. Janma is also dosha bhuvishtam. It has got its own demerits. Mrityu, death also. And Vyadhi, Vyadhi ki munnadi, Jara. Jara and Vyadhi, both are in between what? Jara, Janma and Mrityu. The Janma ke Mrityu ke madhyala yaar ka old age. Old age and Vyadhi, disease. Dosha darshanam. Mokshanlo guna darshanam pakanam. This is dosha darshanam. So, adhidaivika tapam, adhibhautika tapam, adhyatmika tapam. Tapam ennada ajnana tapam. Another fire. This is also fire. Chinta fire annaru. Worry fire annaru. What is that fire? What are the 4 fires are there? Elaborately we will see in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.